The next 90 days could completely change your life. At first, that sentence may sound like something you have heard many times before. It might sound like a motivational phrase that people repeat on social media or in videos. But if you pause for a moment and truly think about it, you may realize that there is a powerful truth hidden inside those words. 90 days is not just a short period of time. It is long enough for habits to change, for discipline to grow, and for real transformation to begin taking place in your life. 3 months from today, you will still wake up in the morning. You will still go through your daily routines. You will still face challenges, responsibilities, and opportunities. The question is not whether those 90 days will pass. They will pass no matter what you do. Time never stops moving forward. The real question is this: who will you become during those 90 days? Time is one of the most valuable things we have, yet it is also one of the most misunderstood resources in our lives. Many people live as if time were unlimited. They believe they will always have another chance to start improving themselves. They tell themselves that they will begin tomorrow, next week, or next year. But life rarely works the way we imagine. Days quietly turn into weeks, and weeks slowly turn into months. Before most people even realize it, an entire year of their life has already passed. When they finally stop and look back, they often wonder where all that time went. They ask themselves why they are still in the same place where they were 12 months ago. Think about how most people begin their day in the modern world. The alarm rings early in the morning, and before their mind is even fully awake, their hand instinctively reaches for their phone. It has become such a common habit that many people do it without even thinking. Within seconds, they are already scrolling through social media, checking notifications, reading messages, and consuming endless streams of content. What was supposed to be a quick check often turns into 20 minutes, sometimes even an entire hour. During that time, the mind is already overloaded with other people's opinions, other people's lifestyles, and other people's achievements. Instead of beginning the day with clarity, purpose, and focus, the day begins with distraction and comparison. We are living in one of the most distracting periods in human history. At any moment of the day, there are thousands of things competing for your attention. Social media feeds update constantly. New videos appear every minute. Notifications interrupt your focus again and again. These distractions are not random. Many of them are carefully designed to keep your attention for as long as possible. The longer you scroll, the more time passes without you even realizing it. Minutes slowly turn into hours, and hours slowly turn into days. After months or even years of repeating the same routine, many people begin to feel a deep sense of frustration. They wake up, go through the same habits, face the same problems, and end the day feeling like nothing has really changed. At some point, they begin to ask themselves difficult questions. The truth about personal growth is simple, but it is not always comfortable to accept. Your current life is the result of the habits you have repeated every single day. Every meaningful transformation in life begins with a decision. Not a vague thought, not a temporary feeling of motivation. A real decision, the kind of decision where you finally look at your life honestly and say to yourself, things cannot continue like this. Many people wait for motivation before they decide to change. They believe that one day they will wake up feeling inspired, energetic, and ready to transform their lives. But the truth is that motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you feel inspired. Other days you feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. If your progress depends only on motivation, you will move forward on some days and stop completely on others. Real change begins when you decide to move forward even when you do not feel motivated. It begins when you stop negotiating with your excuses and start committing to your goals. Imagine waking up earlier than usual tomorrow morning. The world outside is still quiet. Most people are still asleep, and the noise of the day has not yet begun. In those early moments of the morning, something powerful exists that is often missing during the rest of the day: clarity. Your mind is calm. Your thoughts are slower. Your attention is not yet pulled in 100 different directions. The way you begin your morning has a powerful influence on how the rest of your day unfolds. Many people underestimate how important the first hour of the day really is. They wake up in a rush, immediately check their phones, react to messages, scroll through social media, and start their day in a state of distraction and mental chaos. When the first moments of the day begin with distraction, it becomes much harder to regain focus later. Your attention has already been scattered in many different directions. But imagine a different type of morning. Imagine waking up calmly, without rushing into notifications or distractions. You take a few minutes to breathe, think, and organize your thoughts. Instead of reacting to the world immediately, you take control of your own mind first. You begin the day with intention rather than impulse. Those small changes in the first hour of the morning may not seem dramatic at first. But when repeated every day, they begin to reshape your mindset, your focus, and your productivity. One of the most powerful ways to begin the day is through physical movement. Exercise is not only about building muscle or improving your physical appearance. Its true power lies in what it does for your mind. When you exercise, your body wakes up completely. Your circulation increases, your breathing deepens, and your energy levels begin to rise. But something even more important happens on a mental level. Every time you push through a difficult workout, even when you feel tired or unmotivated, you are training your mind to overcome resistance. After taking care of your body and preparing your mind for the day, the next step is directing your energy towards something meaningful. This is the moment where many people make a critical mistake. Instead of focusing on their long-term goals, they immediately allow themselves to become absorbed by urgent but unimportant tasks. One of the greatest challenges of the modern world is protecting your attention. Every day, thousands of things compete for your focus. Social media notifications appear constantly. Messages arrive every few minutes. New videos, new posts, and new content are always waiting for your attention. Many of these platforms are carefully designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. The more time you spend scrolling, watching, and clicking, the more profitable those platforms become. The problem is that every minute you spend consuming endless distractions is a minute that could have been invested in building your future. When you begin working toward a better version of yourself, progress rarely feels dramatic in the beginning. In fact, one of the biggest reasons many people give up too early is because the early stages of improvement often feel slow and almost invisible. You may start waking up earlier. You may begin exercising more consistently. You may start dedicating time each day to learning new skills or working toward your goals. Yet after several days or even a few weeks, it might feel as if nothing significant has changed. The results are not obvious yet. The rewards do not seem immediate. This is the moment where most people lose patience. They start questioning whether their efforts are really making a difference. They wonder if the time and energy they are investing will ever produce real results. But what many people fail to understand is that real progress often works like a slow and steady process beneath the surface. Just like a seed planted in the ground, growth begins long before it becomes visible. Beneath the surface, your habits are strengthening. Your discipline is improving. Your mindset is changing. Even if you cannot see the results yet, important changes are already taking place inside you. No meaningful journey toward improvement is completely free from challenges. In fact, challenges are not a sign that something is going wrong. Very often, they are a sign that you are finally moving in the right direction. Whenever you begin trying to change your habits, improve your discipline, or pursue bigger goals, resistance naturally appears. Some days you may wake up feeling tired and unmotivated. On other days you may feel discouraged because progress seems slower than you expected. There will also be moments when external obstacles appear. Unexpected problems, responsibilities, and difficulties may interrupt your plans. During those moments, it becomes very easy to fall back into old habits and comfortable routines. Many people stop their progress exactly at this stage. The moment things become difficult, they assume that the path is too hard or that they are not capable of continuing. But the truth is that every meaningful goal requires overcoming obstacles. Challenges are not there to stop you. They are there to test how committed you truly are. Persistence is one of the most important qualities any successful person develops over time. It is the ability to keep moving forward even when progress feels slow, when motivation fades, and when obstacles appear along the path. Many people mistakenly believe that successful individuals are always motivated or always confident. But the reality is very different. Even the most successful people experience moments of doubt, fatigue, and frustration. The difference is not that they avoid these feelings. The difference is that they continue moving forward despite them. As you continue practicing discipline and consistency, something powerful begins to happen inside your mind. Your perspective starts to change. Situations that once felt overwhelming begin to feel manageable. Problems that once seemed impossible begin to look like challenges that can be solved with patience and effort. This is the beginning of mental growth. After several weeks of consistent effort, the transformation begins to become visible. The habits that once felt difficult start to feel natural. The routines that once required discipline begin to feel like part of your daily life. You may notice that your energy levels improve. Your focus becomes stronger. Your confidence begins to grow. Confidence is not something that suddenly appears overnight. It grows slowly through action and consistency. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence increases a little more. When 90 days finally pass and you take a moment to reflect on where you started, the difference can feel remarkable. The person you were 3 months ago may feel very different from the person you have become. 90 days from now will arrive whether you change your habits or continue living exactly the same way you always have. Time never stops moving forward. The days will continue passing, the weeks will continue turning into months, and the future will arrive sooner than you expect. The only real question is what you will do with the time that stands in front of you right now.